Hello, my name is Chloe and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what books I plan on reading for the Booktube-A-Thon. So hi guys, it's been a while. It's actually been since the last Booktube-A-Thon. I could give you 1,000,001 excuses why I haven't made a video, but the main one is school. And now that school is finally out and we're well into summer, why not make a new video for Booktube-A-Thon? So without further ado, here's my TBR. So I will be trying to complete the reading challenges for this year. I failed miserably last year. However, I plan on having more of a set TBR than just, here are 4 books that complete this challenge type deal. So I'm going to try and stick to this pile of books, and hopefully that helps me in the long run. So the first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover. Now I have several books that will go for this, but the main one I'm going to use for this challenge is The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis. I started a reread of this series last year or the year before, and every time I reread this series I just love it more and more. And currently I'm on book number 3, and it just so happened to have yellow on the cover, so there you go. So the second challenge is to read a book only after sunset. Now, I was going through my books, figuring out what my options were, and this one just seemed funny and appropriate. So we're going to do this one. And it is called Finding Daylight. Now, this is a book I'd never heard of. I won it off of a Goodreads giveaway, back in March, I want to say. So it's been a while, and I really need to read it. It's a horse book, in case you can't tell, and I thought it would be fun to read it only after sunset, since it's about finding daylight. So, there you go. The third challenge is to read a book you discovered through Booktube. Now, there's so many books I've never heard of, and then I will pick up because I see it in a video or because it's trending on Booktube. But the one I'm looking most forward to, I think, is this one, and it is Salt to the Sea by Ruta, not even going to try that last name. I actually saw an interview with this author, with Christine Riccio from Poland Bananas Books, and fell in love with the concept of this book. I'm a sucker for stories like this. I'm so excited to pick this up, and I don't know if I can wait as long as the Booktube-A-Thon to hold off until reading it. But I will do my best to do so and then just fly through it. The next challenge is to read a book by one of your favorite authors. And for this challenge, I chose The Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I absolutely adore her trilogy, the Grisha trilogy. I read all of it in like a week. It was insane. I love it so much, and I just haven't gotten around to reading this book yet, and so this is on the top of my TBR, and this is what will fulfill this challenge. The next challenge is to read a book that is older than you. Now, I may go ahead and read this book early because it's for AP work, but for this challenge, as of right now, I have The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. As you can see, this book is also very yellow, but as I said, I may read it before, solely because I want to get the AP work done. The next challenge is to read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. Now, I have seen the movie for this book many times. I found it at the library and then fell in love with it, and now it's like one of my all-time favorite movies. But I've never sat down and read the book, and so I'm really excited to. And the book is The Little White Horse by Elizabeth Gouge. And this book, no one seems to know about it, or if they do, they don't talk about it. I think it's this sweet little book. I've read about 50 pages of it before, and I just can't wait to sit down and read the whole thing. This book is also way older than I am, so that would also complete that challenge. But I can't wait to read the book and then go and instantly watch the movie and see just how close they are, because I absolutely adore this movie, and hopefully I adore the book. And the last challenge is to simply read 7 books. Now, I don't know if what I just showed you was 7. I don't think so. I think it was just 6. So here are a couple others that I hope to pick up and at least start, or maybe start and finish, who knows, during the Booktube-A-Thon. And this next book is also one that I heard about through Booktube, and it's Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. These next 2 are kind of random, but I really want to get into reading more children's and middle grade literature, solely because I have read young adult for so long, and it's kind of nice to go back and relive being a child again. So these next 2 books kind of afford that. And this one is Pendragon, The Merchant of Death. This is book 1 in the Pendragon series Most kids read this when they're in like elementary or middle school, but I wasn't on that bandwagon, and I've heard these are amazing, so I own the first 6 books, and I thought, why not start it during this week? And the last book is really super random, and it's more of a novella than anything, but it's this little Doctor Who, like really short, tiny novella that I found at a used bookstore. Had to have it because it's from the UK. I live in the United States, so like seeing that was really cool. And it's just this beat up little copy of this, and I thought, why not use this as a way to break up the heavy books that I'm reading during the Booktube-A-Thon, since I'm not reading any graphic novels or manga that I've figured out yet. So there's this little guy. So if I read all of those books, that will be a total of 9 books. We'll complete all the challenges, and I will be super, extremely, very much a lot so happy with that. Last year I fell apart because school started and I wasn't really in a reading mood, so I barely read anything. I think I finished maybe 1 book and like half of another, and it just wasn't a good week. And I've also tried to do many other readathons since then. I've made like update videos for the first couple days, but then I just lose interest or I just don't find a way to complete it. I am so super determined to do all the video challenges and to complete this and just nail this Booktube-A-Thon. So that's it for me today, guys. I will hopefully see you later in my first update video. Woo! Alright, bye guys!